I'm going to call this the next level install, tankless water heater install. This is the Temp or Wind Temp 18 kilowatt, and what that means is it has two 240 lines coming in. There's 1, 2 with a common, and then you have your heat shut off, whatever those are called. So you have 2 of those. If you get the bigger one, you'll have 3 of them, and you'll have to run 3 lines, 3 240 lines. So I've got the 240 lines going in, and so the 240 lines going in, and then the bottom of this, it's the same connection. It's the 3/4 inch hose connection that you find on washers and dryers. So I had the big 35-gallon tank that was mounted up here that you had to lift up and take down or whatever. But you have it in one going into a 1/2 inch line. You just cut that and put a 3/4 inch male fitting on it, shark bite. Now you could do the same with your 3/4 inch copper pipe, and then you could have just screwed that on, hook it up. If it goes bad, if you need to service it, you can hook up, you can unscrew the intake hose, and you can hook your garden hose into that. But I put the filter on here, and this filter, you can rotate so you can service it. It also has the sediment catcher with the drain. So I could have simplified this by just doing that. They have all of these hot water tanks, tankless hot water heaters that have all the 10 valves on there, and you pay $70 for the valves, and it's supposed to be service ports and your blow off valves if in case it overheats, but it has protection in it to prevent it from ever overheating, so you won't have a buildup of pressure in there. It's completely unneeded. You just hook up your hot and cold washer lines, you put 3/4 inch on your old lines, and you screw it on. It should take 30 minutes to less than 30 minutes now to change one out, versus before, you had all that nonsense, hard line. You couldn't service them, but this one's completely serviceable. It's the easiest way to do it. Another thing I found out is it calls for 240 amp breakers. So I have a 40, and then the other one is a 20. I kept the 20 on there to see if you really needed a 40 amp, and this thing hasn't thrown yet. However, the 40 amp has. So I don't think you need 40 amp dew pole breaker for these. You can of course do it, but if I have any problems with that 20 amp breaker, I'm going to switch it out. It's just like changing out your shoes. But then of course this one also have the ice maker threaded into it. It's completely serviceable. It's the easiest way to install one. You shouldn't be intimidated. Get your conduit and wire it up to code. So far it works great. Unlimited hot water. Filled up a whole bathtub with it. Everything you need. This is a, I don't know, 1,500, 2,000 square foot home, and cut through all the nonsense with all that valving that people say. You just hook up your washer and dryer hoses. So simple. I could have put a 3/4 valve or shark bite here, male, and then just screwed on the hose here, and I would have had both lines. You could just unscrew them. So if I ever want to service this and flush it, like I said, you just hook up the water hose, You know, I have this mounted so you can rotate it out. That's a 50 micron, I think it is. Sediment catcher prior to inline filter with the sediment dump. And, you know, it beats the hell out of that big monstrosity. It was like $288 online, Amazon. Works great. So there it is. That's the easiest way you can install one. No bullshit.